Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Shout out to all my tea sippers out there. We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey. So make sure you guys have your teacups ready because you already know this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, tea sippers, and yes, I hope you guys are staying alive. I hope you guys are doing well. It's another day of quarantine, but I am here, okay, with some quarantine tea. So anyways, like I said, I hope you guys are doing okay and taking care of yourselves. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole NeNe Leakes drama. NeNe has been involved in a lot of fuckery, honey, in the past 48 damn hours. So what happened is this, okay? Tuesday, Wendy Williams has announced that she's doing her talk show from home. So we're still able to get that Wendy's tea, but from her weird, strange-looking kitchen, okay? So Wendy goes onto the show and she starts talking to Norman. And basically she lets Norman know that NeNe Leakes called her out the blue and tried to FaceTime her without getting her permission first. And so she kind of really felt some type of way about that because she's like, you know what, I'm filming a daily talk show. I'm actually working a job that's paying me right now. And I don't have time to play, FaceTime, Instagram games with, reality TV stars. Like, she threw a lot of shade, honey. She definitely threw a lot of damn shade. Y'all go ahead and check this out and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
So my phone rings shortly after 10 o'clock. Wendy! It's Nene. Right. Wendy! I said, hi, Nene, why are you screaming? And why are we on speakerphone? Your house is big enough. I miss seeing you. So she's like, what you doing? I was like, I'm watching the 10 o'clock news and then Seinfeld, and then I'm going to go to sleep and probably wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and watch more TV. She said, girl. I said, yes, Nene, why are you talking so loud? She said, I'm here with all my people. Everybody, tell Wendy hi. I hear a bunch of Norman. I hear a bunch of people in the background. How you doing and hiing and stuff like that. Nene goes, let's get on FaceTime. Norman, now you know, I don't have face or time for FaceTime. Period. If I don't do it with my own parents or the show, why would I be doing it for somebody over there? Which I like Nene, but she's still an over there person to me. And I felt, honestly, here's where the ambush comes in. She said, Wendy, she said, look, she was in hair, makeup, and wardrobe with all her people, right? She said, we filming, and I want you to be on the speaker. I said, Nene, I did that for you one time. You asked me to. Remember my appearance, Norman? One time. And I made it very clear. I am not a housewife. Sorry, my career is a bit different than being a housewife. I don't need that kind of attention. And quite frankly, and then I hung up on her. I hung up. I was like, I'm not here for this, and I hung up. She never called back and apologized. No. Because here's protocol, right? When you call somebody and you want them to participate in something, you call them off speaker in the other room first. Wendy, I want to record with you. Do you think you could? And I would have still said, no, Nene, I am not a housewife. Like, I know I make this look easy, and I know I have my ratchet ways, but the fact is that I worked 35 years of my life to sit here for 11 seasons at this. All right, look, it's a full motion picture behind the scenes, okay? I'm not slumming by being, some add-on out of a suitcase for some housewives. And yeah, for me, that is slumming. Norman? I mean, for where I am, Norman, you see the day-to-day operation of our show.
Right. It's a whole thing.
So anyway, I hung up on her, and she never called me ahead of time to ask me, and I would have said no. She never called after or even texted to apologize, and I still haven't heard from her. And now here we are on Monday. That was Friday. So you know what? I would love to know what Wendy watchers think about this, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to do anything. She's seeing it right now. You better not use any of that footage, Bravo. So Chuck D, right? Well, the April Fool's...
Honey. All right, so y'all just heard what Wendy had to say. So, of course, this went viral all over social media. And Nene was definitely not feeling this. So I believe, once people started dragging Wendy and saying that Wendy was wrong for this, people felt some type of way about Wendy mocking Nene's accent. Now, let me address that first. I didn't feel no type of way about that because I do stuff like that all the time. Especially when I'm telling stories, I switch up my accent, I switch up my voice. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of like getting into character. So I don't think she did anything wrong. She's trying to basically convey Nene's voice, Nene's attitude versus her voice and attitude. So I wasn't offended by that. But again, that's just me. It takes a lot to offend me. So anyhow, once this got back to Nene, Nene definitely was not feeling it. And she basically hinted that Wendy Williams tried to call her behind the scenes. So this is what Nene took to social media to post. She says, public disrespect and private apologies don't mix. No, thank you. That is what she said. So a lot of people were like, okay, there's definitely some shit in the mix between both of these women. So now, as of yesterday, the full audio of Nene calling Wendy Williams has, quote unquote, leaked online. I'm sure Nene leaked it online. But anyways, y'all go ahead and watch this, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
My phone. So I'm supposed to call Kim on FaceTime? Brent finna call her. Go to my phone. You see go to my messages. Child, we got to call some kind of way. We having a struggle. Said call back. Oh, let me call her. I got to call Wendy. Wendy told me to call her. So, Kim, I'm going to have to wait on you for a second. I got to call Wendy. Let's see, can I call my girl, Wendy Williams? Yes. Let's see, I'm going to FaceTime with Wendy. See what she's looking like. Oh, she don't want to FaceTime. Her wig is probably not on. So, let me call on this way. You put on the speaker. Brent, the cord around that light, put it underneath the light. Be careful. Now, there you go.
Hey.
I'm calling Wendy.
Hello?
Wendy?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Watching the news.
Girl, well, where were you at when I called you?
In the other room.
Doing what, honey?
What does it matter? I left my phone on the bed. When I walked back in, it was still ringing, and I picked it up, and you weren't there. That's when I texted you back.
She's such a hot mess. Wendy, now let me tell you this, girl. I'm over here talking to my live people, and I wanted to FaceTime you. Why I can't FaceTime you?
Because I don't have space or time for that. and we've already done that.
You did not FaceTime me. I have not seen you. I want to see you. I miss you.
No. You'll see plenty of me on Monday.
What you gonna be doing? Okay, tell the people what you doing Monday. What are you doing Monday?
I'm not talking.
Why you can't tell? Don't you want them to come see your show? You're gonna be doing it somewhere, ain't you?
Okay, gotta go. Bye.
Where you? She don't want y'all to know what she doing. I'm telling Wendy to tell everybody. So she's gonna do her show Monday, some sort of way, back somewhere. I guess in the studio, maybe in her home. I don't know. But she's gonna do the show, and it's gonna be great. She loves working, and she's like me. I love to work. Wendy loves to work. So she loves her talk show. And I can only imagine how much she's missing talking to you guys every single day. And so tune in to Wendy on Monday. I told you guys the last time that I was talking to you guys that she's over on YouTube. So go over on YouTube as well and check her out. Let me call Kim. So am I supposed to face?
All right. So you guys just saw that video. And in my personal opinion, I could kind of see both parts. I do not like personally when people call me out the blue and they have other people there. Other people in the vicinity, other people listening, or they're trying to FaceTime me. It comes off as disingenuous. Now, if you want to just call me and it's just me and you having a private convo, cool. But when you're trying to FaceTime me and prove to people that you know who Lovelyti is and Lovelyti is your homegirl from back in the day, I don't like that shit. Okay, don't call me trying to show me to people that I don't know who the hell they are. Okay, so I get what Wendy is saying. Like, if I didn't talk to you beforehand and give you permission to put me on live, don't call me with your audience listening, but I also feel like Nene knew what she was doing as well, okay? I feel like Nene might have called her Wendy didn't answer because she kind of felt like it was a setup, because NeNe been saying all day that she wants to go live and stream with different people and stuff like that. So I feel like at this point, they probably need to get like frozen, honey, and let it go. Let it go. Let that shit go, bitch, okay? Because it seems like their relationship at this point, it's not a genuine friendship any longer. They have both done shady things to each other. Let's not forget, a few months ago, Wendy Williams had a private conversation with NeNe, and she basically blasted this on social media, let everybody know that NeNe was breaking down crying and she's going through a bunch of personal stuff, which should have been a private conversation. That shouldn't have been anything that she took to her talk show. And then in return, here goes NeNe trying to low-key set Wendy up by surprising Wendy by bringing her onto her Instagram live without Wendy Williams' permission. So it looks like they both have done some shady things to each other. And to me, this is more of a friendship of convenience than it is a genuine friendship. And I'm sure at first it was very genuine. But I think at this point, you know, with a lot of the stuff that Wendy said and a lot of the shade that she threw, she definitely feels like her platform and what she's put into the industry is way bigger than some reality TV show bullshit. Okay, that's her attitude. And I won't take that from Wendy. Wendy has definitely put in work. She's self-made. She came from the bottom and got it out the mud. And she paved way for a lot of people, honey, including myself, to do what it is I do. So I would never take that from Wendy Williams. But you can definitely tell that there's definitely a hierarchy in this celebrity sphere, okay, in this media game. There's definitely a hierarchy. So while some of these reality TV stars, and I'm not saying necessarily NeNe, but we have a lot of reality TV stars, honey, who walk around with their nose in the air, sit on social media bragging all day about this and that and that and this, only to find out that, you know what I'm saying, the industry don't fuck with y'all like that. They do not look at y'all on the same level as an A-lister. You guys are basically the low-hanging fruit of the industry. They'll entertain y'all when they don't have big stars to entertain. And Wendy just basically put that into so many words that absolutely not. I'm not going to slum around with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, women on Instagram Live. That's what those reality TV stars are doing. You know, real A-list celebrities, they're not slumming around on their Instagram Live. You know what I mean? That was like kind of like the attitude I got from Wendy. So I think at this point, like I said, they just need to move on. So now, in other NeNe Leakes news, NeNe then did a live stream with Tamar Braxton, okay? And during this live stream, a lot of people were saying that NeNe was being messy, and they felt that NeNe was throwing shade at Kandi, okay? So basically, NeNe is talking about how, you know, one person on the Real Housewives of Atlanta is constantly getting spinoffs. And we all know that that main person who gets spinoffs is Kandi. Kandi and her family have gotten numerous spinoffs on the show. So NeNe's definitely feeling some type of way about that. So I want you guys to go ahead and watch this video, listen to what NeNe has to say, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
I have not been offered a show of my own. If you're speaking of me and my family, which we have a lot of excitement over here, I don't know. I think me not having my own show has been due to certain people not wanting me to have a show. I have gone to my production company. I have gone to Bravo about different show ideas. Why only one person over here get to do a show every season after our show? It's weird. To me, it looks really shady for one person season after season after season gets a show, you know, and none of these other girls get to do anything. And it certainly isn't by choice. It is definitely a reason why someone would be trying to hold you back from not doing something.
All right, so you guys just heard what NeNe had to say. So, of course, once NeNe said that, word got back to Kandi. And like we say in the South, honey, a hit dog will holler. Now, NeNe didn't mention any names, but Kandi sure enough barked. Because I initially was thinking she was possibly talking about Kim. Because as we all know, Kim has had her spinoff season after season. And I actually like her show. I watch, you know, her show with all her damn kids and shit. I watch her show when it airs. So, you know, I initially thought she was talking about Kim. But, you know, here comes Kandi coming out of nowhere. I'm like, well, damn, Kandi, a hit dog done hollered. So, of course, Kandi felt some type of way. So then she was also speaking to Tamar Braxton about what Kandi had to say about NeNe, you know, insinuating that they were getting spinoffs and nobody else was.
Yeah, y'all cool?
You know what? I've never had a problem with Kandi before. We've always been anything else. It's always, we work well together. We get how each other are. And I always thought it was some respect there because it's like we see each other. So I got it. We got some respect for each other. Cool. Recently, she was out saying a lot of things. I'm not exactly sure why because I never said anything about her. I just got to the bottom of that a little bit. We'll get more into the bottom of it at the reunion. But she said something like, she said I said something. Oh, she said I said on my YouTube channel that she was blocking some of us from getting spinoffs. And I never said that. And I said, well, if you can show me where I said you were blocking some of us from getting spinoffs, then let me know. Because you don't have that kind of power to block me from getting a spinoff. So I think she got it wrong. I think, and I explained some of it to her. I told her, I said, I recently hired an attorney. If you were watching my social media, I hired Lisa Bloom, and she's for that situation. That has nothing to do with you. Right. So you got it wrong. So I think it was a misunderstanding. I think she just misunderstood. That's all. But I explained it to her, and I will explain even further.
So this is what Kandi had to say to Nene. So Kandi says this video won't be up long, but I wanted to address this. So NeNe Leakes said in her live with Tamar Braxton that I misunderstood what she said on her YouTube. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this video sounds like a bunch of hating and blaming of a certain person they keep giving a show to as the reason her show ideas aren't happening. Am I tripping? Who is she talking about in this video then? FYI, I do not have the power to stop anybody from doing anything on Bravo. I show support to every project that my castmates do, TV, business, or whatever they are doing. I always post for them, even if we don't get along. I don't understand the shade towards me. I stay in my lane. I'm not blocking anyone. Anyways, Nene, we can discuss this at the reunion, but since you talked about it on your live, I figured I'd help the people get a little clarity on why I feel the way I feel. So then Nene replies back to her, and she says, you love watching my videos. If I were talking about you, I wouldn't have a problem telling you. You ain't got no power to stop me from getting anything. Yes, they were giving you a few commercials, 3 episodes. If you feel that this has anything to do with you, contact Lisa Bloom and we can go from there. Also, I have been offered many spin-off shows and even gave $1 million back. If you don't believe that, call True Entertainment and Bravo. Bye, Candyman. I'll see you at the reunion. Then Tamar decides to be messy and jump in it. And she says, at Kandi, I love and respect you, and I don't want no smoke. Why don't you and at Todd167 come on my live show tomorrow, and you can say whatever you need to say. I actually think you and at NeNe Leakes will end up great friends, like I said. Think about it. You are both too great to beef about nothing. So that is all the drama going down. And all this drama is basically, surrounding NeNe Leakes. Now, like I said, initially, I felt like maybe she was talking about Kim Bierman because, they've had a show for a while. Not only has Kim Zolciak Bierman and her family had a show, the show has been on for damn near 8 seasons. And just in 2019, her and her family received a huge pay raise. So I don't understand, she's not talking about Kandi. Who is she talking about? And to me, I don't understand all the animosity towards Kandi because Kim barely did any work. She barely filmed. She ended up quitting the Real Housewives of Atlanta, got her own spinoff, and has had a spinoff ever since she walked away. Nobody on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, none of the black castmates have gotten a full package like Kim. Kandi might get a spinoff here and there, her wedding or, her engagement. I know Portia, they followed her pregnancy. So the ladies may get spinoffs here and there, but nothing like what Kim has gotten. So that's why I initially thought she was talking about Kim. But, then it started kind of sounding like a lot of shade towards Kandi as well, which to me didn't make much sense. Because Kandi just kind of keeps to herself and she's about her coins. So I do think that there is some jealousy, behind it. I do feel like people feel a way about Kandi because Kandi, she came in, I think like the 2nd and 3rd season. And this is basically Kandi's show now, okay? Kandi gets paid the most. Kandi's that girl. She tends to get along with all the castmates. And I feel like it makes certain people on the show feel a type of way. But I also know that NeNe is bold and she will call out a name if she needs to call out a name. But it did seem kind of shady and it did seem like they were kind of throwing darts, maybe possibly towards Kandi's way. So I don't know, honey. It's just a bunch of just messy ass, bored ass quarantine tea. Okay. Sorry, Miss NeNe Leakes Wendy Williams, Tamar Braxton, and Kandi, okay? So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. How do y'all feel about all this foolishness? Now, how do you feel about Wendy coming out of nowhere, honey, and just going off and blasting Nene, only to, apologize, and Nene saying she's not fooling with her apology? And then how do you guys feel about Nene and Tamar Braxton talking about, Kandi, and Kandi feeling like they're throwing shade at her because she gets more spinoffs? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Last but not least, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that we can be done with the notification squad. So go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. All right.